On today's show, Barb and I are going to make a 30-minute Italian chicken skillet dinner. It's really easy and it goes really quick. I think you're going to want to cook this weekly. It has a lot of really good things in it. We have some usual Italian spices. We're going to make some rice, by the way, and we're going to use chicken broth and water both instead of just water in our rice, and that'll make it taste real good. We're also going to use some mushrooms and red peppers, a bunch of vegetables and things, so let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Diabetic Diet Show. Hey Barb, what's the question of the day?
Do you like Italian spices? If you like Italian spices, give a thumbs up.
I already have the oven preheating to 450, so the rice is probably the first thing we should start with. I have a measuring cup here that I filled up 2/3 of the way with the chicken broth and then the rest of the way with water to come up to 1 cup. And the reason I did that is because I have the rice at 1 cup, and so you want to mix it, match it exactly. So let's put some rice in here, just like this, and then we'll get that going. Remember, chicken broth can be a little salty, so don't add too much salt in here as you go along. Better to do it a little bit later. Now, one of the things we're going to use today is balsamic vinegar. And I have lemon balsamic vinegar, which is going to be really delicious for us. A little bit in this bottle here, I'll use that up. Now, mushrooms, I'm using the mushrooms in a jar. It just works really better than fresh mushrooms when you're doing these kind of meals. And also, for red bell peppers, I have these sweet peppers. These are so much better than a regular bell pepper. I can just smell them. Then for vegetables, I have cut up a whole list of vegetables, and I have some pecorino Parmesan cheese that is already shredded. And just to refresh your memory, I bought it in this container because I wanted to keep the container and keep using it. It's labeled cheese. So one of the things that I need to do is I need to get the chicken breasts out of the bags, and then I'll get started getting these going here. I have some olive oil that I'm going to put in the pan, and I'm going to fire this up and get it hot. So that has to be hot before we put the meat in. I'm going to start cutting these open. It's nice that they're in individual bags if you're by yourself and you're just going to use one of these and you reach in and you grab 1 or 2. But if you want to use them for a whole meal, some people might prefer to buy where they're all in one container. However, I like to buy stuff that's sealed. You have to watch, some smaller stores can take meat and change dates on it, or they can rub old meat on top of new meat. They can grind it up, and I believe these bags come directly from Purdue, is this brand, and sometimes I get Tyson. So I don't believe a small grocery store could mess with these vacuum sealed bags. Now, I'm in the Chicagoland suburbs, so I believe that they sell food so fast that it doesn't have a chance to expire. But in a smaller market, and I used to live in a little city, and the store did go out of business, and there was some talk about them changing dates on meat, and they're long gone out of business, so I don't mind telling you that, but you have to kind of keep an eye on things. Here's my vegetables. You know, let's spray the pan real fast with some ham. Doesn't hurt. Just like that. Let's put these vegetables here. Get all these vegetables there. That one didn't want to come out. And then let's grab some olive oil. And let's put some olive oil on them. Just use up the rest of this bottle. There's no exact measurement on this. But if you do want to see the measurements that I have and the list and the ingredients and everything, if you click on the subscribe button right down there, then you will see all the ingredients. Let's get this down to a medium heat now. When it starts to smoke like that, that means you should have got the stuff in there a few minutes ago. So it goes quick. This little stove that I'm using here is made where you can use it outside on a picnic table or if you're camping, and it's hot. It's a real hot fire. So it goes a little bit faster than what your stove may do at home or what any of us are used to. I was cooking on electric for a while. It's taking a little time to get used to that. Let's throw this in the oven. This is what it looks like. I have the timer ready to go for 20 minutes. Hit start. Make sure it goes. Be right back. While the chicken is cooking, let's go through a few more things. So for spices, at the end, I have some sesame seeds that I'm going to put on things. I also, for cooking, we're going to be using basil. Wow, that smells good. Also, I have some Italian seasoning. This is my Carrabba's Italian seasoning that I reverse engineered. If you'd like this recipe for this Italian seasoning, you can find it right if you hit the subscribe button where it says more. You'll see the link there to the show that I did about this. The only thing I need to do while the chicken is cooking here is I just need to cut up the garlic. So I'm just going to knock the ends off the garlic. I have a jar. It's just a pickle jar. I just keep an old jar like this around for my garlic. And you can just put your garlic in here like this. And you shake it. And it knocks the paper off. Just like that. And then I have my garlic cutter. You can use a press, you can use a cutter, whatever kind you want. It all is the same. All works the same, comes out in the end. I have this fancy little tool here. If you get it lined up, and this will mince them for you. Let's check on these. This is how they're looking. I have about 7 minutes left on the vegetables. So I just have a plastic container here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the spices and I'm going to dump all the spices together in here. And the red peppers and the mushrooms. And the garlic. And you might want to use a little bit bigger container here than I did. I kind of filled it up, but it'll work. Then I just want to shake. I just want to kind of mix everything up together. Just to kind of make a shaker. There's plenty of room there. Once it gets, everything is all mixed. Kind of like a mixing bowl, but more of a margarita shaker. If you can see this, how nice everything is mixed. Wow, does that smell good? Let's check on our rice real fast. I made some rice the other day. Little tip for you, I cracked some eggs in it, put some black pepper on it. Hey, does anybody know that there's a slot in a handle and that's what it's for? Our vegetables are almost done in the stove, so we'll take those out here. Okay, timer's beeping. Let's get rid of that. These are looking good. We can just check the temperature on them really fast and just see where they are. I like to remove them from the burner so my probe doesn't touch the pan. So I'm at 160. These are almost done. We need 170 on these, so just turn them over again one more time here. I tell you, when you have liquids and things like mushrooms, they cook so nice and slow. Big difference from just putting chicken breast in a pan. They would have cooked so fast, and they're going to be nice and juicy. So let's do that. Let's pull this stick out of here, and let's give it a couple minutes to finish up. I'm just going to throw a lid on it, and that will just cause it to steam inside there. Makes things a little bit more moist so things don't get dried out. So last few minutes with some meat, put a lid on it. Okay, let's get the vegetables. These are hot. Go. We'll let them cool a little bit. And we can put some salt and pepper on them right now while they're cooling. And I'm going to check the rice, and I'm not going to salt the rice in advance. I made some rice the other day and over-salted it. I'm not going to make that mistake again today. Let's get this burner turned off. We'll get this lid out of here. Turn up slowly away from myself. And let's get rid of the dirty tools. And we have some nice clean ones to bring these out. And a dish. Let's start with a spatula and some vegetables. Just like this. There we go. Now let's move to rice. Get a nice spoon here. Rice, just like that. I don't like it in the center. I want everything to look wild. Okay, let's get some of this chicken and mix, just like this. Try to get some of these mushrooms in the mix all on top. Wow, this smells so good. If you like cooking or you like watching recipes and you want to see some more shows just like this, here's some more just like it.